Now then guys, PT64 here, and welcome back to Spiritfarer. Coming at you with a little something different today, as you know when you don't change any settings on your setup, and then it decides it's not going to record your audio. It's phenomenal, so I'm coming at you with a post-commentary today. It's a first for me, so could be an interesting one. We'll see how it goes. Now, we're heading to Mossstein Cove next, I do believe it is. Creeping ever closer. So those little Albert objectives there. Only needing one limestone to get the upgrade for the blueprint table. Currently no shenanigans. Stella. Ah. Yes. I forgot to tell you about this. As you can see, this boat stops at night. I believe it's a side effect of your Everlight being, well, light. Or some other technicality. That being said, it will allow people to sleep undisturbed. You, in the meantime, you can do anything you want. Tackle unfinished business or just chill on the deck under the stars. I suggest you go to sleep too, in that cosy little room atop your cabin. You'll wake up refreshed and ready to go, and the ship will start up again in the morning. Oh, and speaking of that, you know me, waking up on time has never been my forte. You can ring that big bell over there to wake people up. Remember, only do it at the right time. Early morning should do the trick. Speaking of sleep, time for me to take a nap. See you tomorrow, Stella. Have a good night. Later, Gwen. God, I love Gwen. She's awesome. God, I love Gwen. Well, time to kill. So, with that time to kill, we'll get some herring cooked up. Still don't get why you could do wood. I'm yet to see why that's a thing. Taking those bad boys out way too early. Way too early. Put those back in. Deep joy. Finally figuring out that cooking. Get on with it, man. There we go. God, I love it. I tell you what. It's just so goddamn wholesome, this game. It really is. Just so goddamn wholesome. And I can't help but smile whenever I'm on it. Now the good thing is we've noticed that the moon and the sun do actually move about. So they are going up and down. So we can actually keep track on the days and nights outside of the little wheel up top. And I do believe it is the garden that we are aiming to build next, which we're going to build over on the right-hand side next to the guest house. Gotta have that guest house garden. You know what's good. Fish not ready. And that, as I was wondering, well, what the hell is that there? Is the little bedroom up top that for some reason I've just not seen. Like, I don't know. I don't know whether or not my eyes failed, maybe often do, but yeah, I did not realise that it was inside that room, little bedroom up top. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. Won't be getting any sleep tonight, too busy cooking up a storm, but in the meantime, you know we can get a cheeky fish in. You know we can. Bring on that herring. What are you saying? And a herring it is. Dabble do you for now. What's that fish saying? There we go. Wait that final bit of time. Who needs sleep when you've got cooking, right? And with that, the time has flicked over into the bell. Wakey, wakey, Gwen. Good morning, Stella. Now, where are we heading? So, Mossstein Cove up north. We're going to head there. As it is the objective after all. I don't recall if I said in the past, we have got the little bar up top left as well to show us where we are heading, or how long, sorry, the journey is going to take, how close we are to our destination. attempting to feed Gwen popcorn. Please, I can't eat the same thing twice. And no dies. I don't hate myself that much. I didn't remember she loved comfort food, though. And yes, we can be reminded of favourite foods, likes, dislikes when we discover them. What's boosting that mood. And how happy they currently are. Which I think is great. And shops for fibres, shops for threads, and uses the loom as well. So I'm intrigued to see what that entails as we move on. Clearly she's just been kipping on the couch. Unfortunate. Probably better off with a bed, but I'm the bed owner around here. Ooh. Shiny pillar, don't go! And here we are. Mossstein Cove discovered. Look at that. We should hop on that island over there. Maybe we'll find something interesting. Then away we go. And you better believe that Gwen is joining. All the better. Come on, Daffodil. Time to rock and roll. And here we are, and I love the fact straight away. I know I commented when I should have been commenting on the fact that we still do actually get to visit the little islands and the platforminess, and oh, I'm loving it. Here we go. What a majestic tree. Well, you can cut it down. Yes, it's fine, I promise. It's the best way to get wood you need, actually. But don't worry, they'll regrow over time. Another interesting fact about the Everlight. Time to double up with Daffodil. I love how she just hangs off of it. Very satisfying indeed. Giving us a tasty amount of maple with 9. Congratulations, for you have become Death, the Destroyer of Worlds. Joke aside, that's how you do it. You go on ahead, cutting down more trees. Then we can go back to the boat and build the field with all those maple logs. I'll be next to the raft. Seeds for the future. We got our first raspberries as well. Always a pleasure. I was curious to see if we would actually find anything else on this island. I was very pleased to find that we did. Beautiful. Even more, 9 again. I hadn't originally noticed that it was 9 until the third, I think the third, or maybe that second one. But it seems like we get 9 every time. And football! But let's nail it this time. I do love that. And limestone, there it is. So we only needed the 1 limestone. We got 8. So very happy with that. Nice to learn that we can swim as well, so we don't have to worry about water necessarily. And the fact that Daffodil is rolling around on that Everlight is truly amazing. I love that. Because you know Daffodil's definitely not wanting to get wet. Absolutely not. Few cats do. Though the internet would have you believe otherwise. So I see little platforms like that and immediately screaming secrets to me. You know, I'm seeing little platforms down there and I'm thinking, where's the secret area? Come on, hit me up. You know, PT loves a platformer. There we go then. Back to the boat. Come on, Gwen. We have arrived. Ah, yes. And the discovery. I remember this. Oh, yeah. So, oh, lovely. Let's build that garden. Let's build that garden. Denied. We're missing 1 goddamn bright jelly. Realise, obviously, the bright jelly that we got from the jellyfish on the first episode. Yeah, we must have missed one. That or there wasn't enough, which put us in a very awkward situation of needing some. However, with more map revealed, we're seeing that there is another area for them. And Hummingbird as well. But as I start to look down, I see these crates. Now, this is something that we'd not really focused on before. We were sort of, you know, fixated on the task at hand. But you can get resources, including seeds, treasures, etc., as you saw briefly there. Seeds, treasures, wood, ores. So, you know we got to get them supplies. So we're headed straight there. And I mean, we're here, right? Let's get a herring cooking. What are you saying, Gwen? What about a hug? Thank you. So goddamn wholesome. I think it's the smile on Gwen's face as well, that almost that surprise followed by, no, you know what? This is nice. This is nice. Tell you what else is nice. I better fish it. What you got for me? Another herring. So our first taste of the crates as our boat begins to bash its way through into the shipwreck. You just hear things bouncing off the hull. And here we are. So, realising that we don't actually jump on the boat for any reason. I'm going to grab the grilled fish. But yeah, realising that we don't jump on the boat, it is literally, obviously this stuff is just floating around in the actual ocean itself. So we're just going to jump down and grab it. But not before we hug Daffodil. I mean, that's, you know, let me hug before I, well, just in case I drown. And there we go. Plenty of stuff. Coffee bean seeds, linen, carrot, empty bottles. Fantastic. And I'm liking the look of those coffee bean seeds as well, which means soon enough we'll be able to brew up a cup of joe for old Gwen. Now with that, double checking, making sure I've not missed anything with that one crate. I want to make sure that there isn't any more crates. Because to sail away from that would suck. A couple of recipes there, just the grilled fish and the popcorn so far. But we haven't actually discovered any more corn since we were given some by Gwen, so I don't know. Now, I know that the main port of call was the bright jelly, but me being me and being the completionist, and if you guys are familiar with me by now when it comes to games, you know what I'm like. Now, we've got Jellyfish Stage 2. I'm wondering whether it's maybe more, maybe a little bit gnarlier. You know, a couple more bits and bobs to get. But you know for completion's sake, I have got to head back toward where we started the game and get these other resources that are chilling down there for us. Who knows what we could get. Let's get a head start on those resources. Go and grab them. And then the final port of call could be those jellyfish. So in the meantime, you know what's good. Cheeky herring. And I did wonder whether it would actually take longer as well to go with that, with it being at a greater distance to go all the way back down south. And I'm pretty confident it is, yeah, the further you've got to travel, which, don't get me wrong, yes, seems very obvious, but in some games, travelling is travelling. You know, no matter where you're going, travelling is travelling. But I kind of like the touch that it does take longer depending on just how far you're going. I think that's cool. Gives you more time to get some stuff done. And fish for more herring, of course. You know how we roll. About halfway there now. It's amazing how much time really can pass just by doing menial things like that. Just doing a bit of fishing, a bit of cooking, whatever it might be. Sweet acrobatics. Preparing for that jellyfish run. Get to know. And I love the little animations as well. Whether it be from the hugs, whether it be just when you stood. I do love the art style. And good to know that you can move things around after the fact as well. So if you decide you, say, get something new and you feel it would fit better elsewhere, it's nice to know that you can move things around. And here we are. And why wait to stop when you can just grab that bad boy immediately? Also very interesting to know as well, which is I think is great. If you see something and you jump off the boat to grab it, the boat will stop automatically until you get what you need, jump back on the boat, and it will kick back up again, which I think is great. Don't get me wrong, didn't think the boat would necessarily leave you behind, but it's really good to know that it stops. So we're going over it and grabbing those other crates. See what resources we've got over there. That beautiful dusk setting in. With the oranges and the pinks. Gorgeous colour palette. Don't ask me how, but I've met Albert already. He definitely is a shark. But this interest in all things maritime will be helpful. Such as the boat upgrades he sells at outrageously high price. With those, you'll be able to cross ominous weather barriers in the world. They look like classic mythical challenges again. A bit cliche if you ask me. So it's technically night time now. As you can see in the top right on the wheel, it's technically night time, but not until obviously we get the Zeds do we stop and everybody sleeps and yada yada. So you can actually still make a little bit of night progress, which I think is great. Here, just some of those simple animations with Daffodil. Love it. Night fishing, I remember being curious if you actually got anything different at night. Because I know we're used to getting herrings all the time. Very curious to see if we got any different fish at night. And it turns out you can get an old shoe! Fantastic! Love an old shoe. On. And thankfully we just about make it before night sets in, which is great. Seen that little gold shiny as well. I'm seeing it now. God bless post commentary. And a valuable necklace as well from that one, which is awesome. I'm curious where we can sell that, to be fair. Or if we can use it for something. Maybe a gift. I don't know if you give gifts in this game. That's the thing. I don't know if you end up giving gifts to people, or if it's just, you know, feeding them and whatnot. Chatting to them. Giving them the tender embrace. And here we can see one of those weather barriers that Gwen was telling us about. But I think before we do any jellyfish, we're going to be checking that hummingbird out. Definitely. And then with that, everything but the jellyfish at that point has been visited, discovered, cleared out, ready to move on. And night time is here. But we're not messing about this time. It's time to get some kit. Time for a snuggle. Love it. Curl up, daffodil. The boat is fired up, we're up, stretched and ready to start the day. Time to ringy-ding the bell momentarily. I think I did debate on whether to let Gwen sleep in, and I thought, nah, up you get, girl, up you get. Bus stop. Love that. Passing the bus stop in the middle of the ocean. I'd be curious to know that timetable. I'm gonna tell you. Good morning, Stella. Sorry, I'm okay now. Oh, the first time, the first recording, that made me howl. Absolutely denied. Denied the hug. Get out of here with that hug shit. Oh, I'm okay for now. Just come on. I'm just woken up. Get away from me. And here we go. Yes, practicing the acrobatics. Ready for some jellyfish. You know, Stella knows what's good with the puckle. And here we are, arriving at Hummingberg. Our first settlement. Let's hit up that boat. Get to shore. We find some spirits. But also we find... See, I see something up in that top window, and you better believe I want it. We got ourselves some carrot and turnip seeds, which is very much a pleasure on the approach to getting that garden. Oh, let me guess. I'm a bit of a psychic, you know. Your name is Mary? Or Marguerite? It's Missy. Wait, no. Eshe. Don't tell me it's... Oh, shoot. I'll get it. Someday. I'm sorry. I'm in a bit of a rush. I simply adore your hat. Our local shop, Raccoon Inc., only carries garbage wares. Don't tell me Tom Nook's around here somewhere. I'm about to get robbed. Seriously robbed up. Seeds, logs, rocks, all useless items. I need me a hat like yours. Yeah, I hope my next game will be ready soon. I've crunched the data and spent 5 nights theory crafting. Clearly, if you take the heavy weapon proficiency from the mountain node race, there's a nifty synergy with the level 3 rogue ability Eviscerate. It's for sure a bit weird, but hey, 5d20 and an auto crit on prone can't be defeated, am I right? D&D Lord over here, and I love it. So he's got the good stuffs. Lovely, some more carrot and turnip seeds. Nice little balcony, perfect for a sit. And a new ability, double jump. So apparently we've got whatever that is. I'm not even sure, but we have one of 2. So Hummingberg will be getting a revisit for sure. For at least that reason. A stroll a day keeps the doctor away. Which reminds me, I haven't been to the doctor in forever. Oh no. Why do I think about health all of a sudden? Am I suddenly starting to feel unwell? I am not sick. I'm okay. I'm going home. Don't follow me, please. I hate it when people know where I live. If you know my address, you'll tell people. Then they'll tell people. Listen, I just don't want junk mail. I mean, it's fair game, but I can't argue with it, son. I can't argue with it. I really can't. And my assumption is that we need double jump there. I managed to creep into this dude's house. We are not friends. Leave my daughter alone. Leave me alone. Alright, mate. You're starting to annoy me. You were starting to annoy me, Sunshine, locking me in your goddamn house. Let me tell you right now, that's the only annoying thing around here. You locking me in your house. Good day to you. I'm out here looking for the right house to start a family. My wife sent me out to find something that might fit our needs. A garden, maybe a pool. I'm not asking for much. I just can't decide. I know that you can't help me. It helps to say it out loud. I might stumble on the rarest of finds. There's Gwen. I'm browsing for some fibre. There he is. Here he is. Step right up, potential prospect. Welcome to Raccoon Inc. We've been servicing hummingbirds since forever. You've got the glims, I've got the goods. I got all the wares to make you spend those hard-earned glims. Step right up. Keith the Hummingbird on that 500,000 glim action. Like, wow. I wonder just how many glims you can earn on a regular basis to warrant 500 grand. All these seeds we have, the limestone again we've got the maple logs, it's fantastic, we've got everything we could need from there. Another reason why I went for this, good job I went for those crates, because we got pretty much all the seeds that we would have probably bought a couple of here. So massively beneficial that we went back and did that. And for the amount of herring we can get and for the extra little cash, we'll sell some of that grilled fish. And he's buzzing about it. Absolutely buzzing about it. But we can't move on. This here, I mean, it's the key. It did say, the 500 grand key, it did say for the ladder, which I believe is that ladder right there. So there is more Hummingbird to discover. Unfortunately, we just can't do it just yet. We need hella glims to get that key before we can move on. So for the time being, Hummingbird is searched. Done. So, with that, more map to be discovered. Fantastic, and we can see some more of the storms that we need to cross right there. So there is more of the storm locking us out. Barkhamshire Creek, we can't access just yet. I'm not sure what this border is up top. That is something I am unfamiliar with. But, as much as we had the Jellyfish Rank 2 appear, we now have the Jellyfish Rank 1 reappear as well. The Jellyfish Stage 1, which is fantastic, which means that even though we only need one of them, we can do both of them back to back, get more of that bright jelly, and hopefully with that, have plenty to see us through. Yeah, with whatever we might need. Guys, going to leave it here for this episode. Thank you so much as always for joining me. It's been an interesting one for me personally with a post commentary, but I'll catch you on the next one.